Yeah, it is solid gold. Hello the pen friends, welcome to the channel again. Like always, it's me, your host Amy from Penventure. Welcome to another fountain pen review. This time we're going into ancient Rome, the Roman Empire, with the Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration. Limited edition, only 100 fountain pens made. So let's have a look at this impressive writing instrument. And you know what's sad about this fountain pen review? Is the fact that Delta Pen Company closed their doors around 2017. I know, there is an ongoing effort to revive the brand right now these days. But anyway, what we have right here, it's a fountain pen from when I was 9 years old. And I'm so excited. This fountain pen, it's in our consignment section, and I had some spare time to get this fountain pen on the review table and to share it with everyone right here, because I do have a very, very high appreciation of the work that Delta did back in the day. Their fountain pens, their designs, they were ahead of time with so many of their creations. And what we have right here is a super limited edition fountain pen, which I am very, very proud to have in my store on the consignment section. Before starting, this is the plan. I'm going to share some details regarding the pen company, the fountain pen model, the inspiration behind it. Then I'm going to show you the details of that fountain pen, side-by-side size comparison, writing sample, and in the end, I'm going to share some of my personal opinions, and we are going to end the video. Manufacturer, Delta Pen Company. I believe they were established in 1982, closed their doors in 2017. Very, very highly regarded as being innovators in our industry. They designed a couple of very interesting models which I own and enjoy. Among them, Delta Roma Imperiale, Dolce Vita Oversize. In this video, we are going to review the Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration, which is a fountain pen part of a very, very small limited edition. Only 100 fountain pens made. Everything on that fountain pen, which is metal, is made out in 18-karat gold. Gaius Julius Caesar, the inspiration behind this project. Before proclaiming himself as a Roman dictator, Caesar was a statesman and also led the Roman army into the Gallic Wars. Time wasn't that kind with him because he only was dictator for 5 years. 49 BC till 44 BC, because before Christ, years were going backwards. Because I don't want to mess up the history facts, I have some notes right here, so I'm going to read them to you. After assuming the control of the government, he began a program of social and governmental reforms like the Julian calendar and many other reforms in the land sector, and he gained a lot of support from the veterans, eventually proclaiming dictator for life, and in Italian that's dictator perpetuo. 5 short years later, after declaring himself dictator for life, who would have known, got assassinated. A bunch of senators gathered around him and stabbed him in the Senate. The rebellion was led by Brutus and Cassius is not the boxer, Cassius Clay, and also Caesar is not the salad. That salad originates in Mexico, and that wasn't Roman at all, so hate to break the truth for you. Anyway, enough with the history facts. Let's get back to the fountain pen right here. Let me show you what you get when you have a Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration. You get this beautiful real wood box. Inside we have the certificate of warranty with all of the information regarding this limited edition. Right here we have an ink, and I'm going to show you the color of this ink because it's very close to blood. Oops, I said it. This is one of the beautiful fountain pens that I have, and it's very tempting for me to take in my personal fountain pen collection. Let's start with some of the details. I'm going to move briefly because the overall shape of the fountain pen is quite simple and the elements are very beautifully executed. Like with many Delta fountain pens, we have a very nice cylindrical fountain pen, flat at ends. Right here on the finial we have, I believe, a ruby on the finial, like the crown of the fountain pen, very majestical and very good looking. We have a clip which is quite rigid. It's made out of solid gold like the entire trims of the fountain pen. On the back of it right here, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit to show you the limited edition number. This is the limited edition into the limited edition itself, because we do have another 999 fountain pens which are part of a different Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration edition, and I'm going to include some pictures to show you. We have two versions, one with the resin cap and one with a silver cap. Both of them are available online, but in very high number value on eBay and all of that. They were made in 1999, and I don't know, what do you own in your house which is from 99? I don't seem to have objects that are from that period of time, at least in my personal collection, but if I look closely in my household, I don't have anything. So this object, it's very nice to see that it exists, it's in top-notch condition, and it's so beautiful, and the design of this fountain pen is ahead of its time, and I just love it altogether. The glimpse of this beautiful resin, which I believe it is so much more than the camera can pick up, because it is marbled, and this red is so deep, and with Roman Empire, I believe you couldn't pick anything that went so well than the color red. Moving further, we have this beautiful cap band with the Roman helmet. We have this repetitive pattern all over, and right here opposite to the clip we have the hallmark for 18 karat gold. We have 750, we have one complete turn, and we uncap the fountain pen, screw cap. The nib is size 6, 18 karat gold, two-tone, this beautiful gold nib from Delta. Those are so much interesting these days, looking back how beautiful they were made in 99. Beautiful motif all around the breather hole, a heart-shaped breather hole, and a D Delta 18 karat on the right shoulder. Like with all Delta, we have the nib size, a fine in this case. The fountain pen has a ebonite feeder. The section of the fountain pen is pretty balanced, and overall is not too thick. With Delta, they are known to have pretty chunky sections, but with this one it's quite comfortable, shaped like an hourglass with this part right here which prevents the fingers from slipping forward towards the nib. Threads don't look to be too sharp and too deep, and quite polished. Right here we have a step up, and we continue with the barrel of the fountain pen. This contraption right here, for those of you that are very contemporary in this hobby, the fountain pen hobby, I believe it looks strange, but I'm going to show you that's part of the filling system. This is a lever filler. On it we have Edizione 1999. Delta Italy right here, Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration, and again we have this beautiful resin which displays this marble-like pattern, and it goes so well with the gold. And I know there is the silver version, and I love silver and gold, this combination, but gold and red go a lot more better than silver with gold, now having it in my hands. And the barrel finishes right here, and we have this part which is so nicely embellished. It's made out of solid gold, 18 karat, but on it we have the Roman chariot, the battle chariot, or the racing chariot. It is very nice. The fine details show the craftsmanship and the actual length that Delta went with this creation, and everything. I don't have words to express how nice is this and how good it looks on this fountain pen. Right here opposite to everything we have the stamp for solid gold, 750, and we have this red part right here, the end finial, which has the threads on it, because this is a screw to post. If you want to cover that part, you would screw it like this. Everything looks so good, and everything is in one line, and it's very safe to post. That being said, let's check out this filling system, because this is a lever filler. I'm sure you've seen this in cartoons, Tom and Jerry. Inside we have a sack, and here we have a lever with something there that pushes and compresses that sack. This would be the sack completely pushed, and now you would put the fountain pen in some ink, and then you would snap this. The ink will go into the sack through the feed nib, and you would fill the fountain pen with some ink. I do have something which can be very easy to explain this filling system. Give me a moment. So this is what you would find inside the Delta Gaius Julius Caesar, a sack with lever. This is what's going to happen. You would compress that sack, and once you release the lever, the sack tries to get back to its original shape, and in the process it draws ink. So I'm going to show you how this Gaius Julius Caesar is going to be inked up in the writing sample. But till then, in regards of details, this is what I have for you for the Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration. A very rare fountain pen, only 100 made in solid gold, and this is the only fountain pen that I have in solid gold trims. And it's nice to actually hold a chunk of gold in your hand, and it's quite weighty. Now it is time for the side-by-side size comparison, and I'm going to use some of my personal Delta fountain pens that I own in my collection just to show you the overall size of this fountain pen. And it's nice to have siblings around you. Leonardo Momento Zero Grande Luna Rossa, Delta Dolce Vita Oversized Demonstrator, Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration, Delta Roma Imperiale, Visconti Homo Sapiens, and Leonardo Momento Zero Pungent. This is made out of celluloid. Now let's have a look uncapped. And in this scenario, the Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration is very much like a Visconti Homo Sapiens. It is slightly taller than a Leonardo Momento Zero. It is not that girthy as the Roma Imperiale or the Dolce Vita Oversize. It's more closer to a Grande in regards of girth. The fountain pen capped like this measures 145 millimeters, uncapped like this 130 millimeters. Posted, it measures 172 millimeters. Uncapped and fully inked like so, it's weighing 25 grams, and posted or capped, it's weighing 39 grams. And let's ink up the fountain pen. Let me grab my notebook and let's get it going with the writing sample. Ever since I've got this fountain pen for the consignment section, I always wanted to test out this ink because it looked apart from everything that I have. So this is the shade, this beautiful ink. Now put the fountain pen like this, you put it in some ink, and let's snap this. Ooh, and I think that's it. And I don't know how this ink is going to look, but I do suspect it's that dried blood color. Pen, and this is the Delta Gaius Julius Caesar Celebration. Ink, we do have the ink from the box, and the nib, 18 karat gold, and this is a fine. And I already find a lot of particularities and original things regarding this nib and how it's writing. It's obvious it's not from our days. And let's check the wetness. I wouldn't say this is wet. I would put it at moderate at best, but since this has an ebonite feeder, I believe the more reliable test will be to leave this ink in this fountain pen for a couple of days in order to soak up and to really have a correct ink flow judgment for that. Normal figure of eights, and this is a skinny medium. It's not like the medium from Leonardo these days, because it's a little bit more tamed in regards of both flow and line width. Flex, this is not vintage flex, this is stiff, this is rigid. It's not going to have too much give or any give at all, so consider it a star in normal writing. This is not for flexing, this is not vintage flex or anything of that nature. Let's get it going with the famous sentence. Let's see how this nib is performing in this kind of condition. The quick Caesar jumped over the, I don't know, quick Brutus. That's not the famous sentence, but anyway, try to put a little bit of originality and not to repeat the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is a very apart and unique nib and the way it's writing, because it tends to have a little bit of feedback. That kind of feedback. This is not scratchy, this is not toothiness. It is maybe a notch more than what a Japanese fine will offer in regards of feedback. Can be smooth with some abrasive paper, but for now this is how it came and I'm gonna intend to leave it like so. Let's get into my personal opinions regarding this fountain pen. And first of all, before going into those personal opinions, let me tell you that if you want to support the penventure YouTube channel, go down below, hit the thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now, and let's resume with my personal opinions. I don't know why, but I don't seem to consider this fountain pen to be a vintage fountain pen, although it's from 99 and I cannot define vintage. The way it looks, it's ahead of its time. I believe in 1999 this was ahead of its time. Delta is known to have this much more futuristic ways of designing fountain pens, and it's showing. If you take a quick look at this, probably it looks nice even in our days, because they were ahead of their time. I don't know if the value of the gold that was used for the trims of this fountain pen, the solid gold, it's having a toll on the value of the fountain pen, but overall the fountain pen is quite valuable these days also, being that it is part of the smaller limited edition of only 100 fountain pens made, and also because of the price of gold these days, if we can call it like this. But I would consider it to be a writing instrument and not something like a slab of gold. The gold with the red goes very nice. Overall, I'm a huge fan of red being used with silver, but with gold it looks better as well. The only thing that I am not a huge fan of in regards of this fountain pens and other fountain pens from that period is the fact that they are using a rubber sac in regards of their filling system. But particularly this fountain pen, I took it to Italy, and a very good friend of mine who is a Delta specialist took good care of this fountain pen and cleaned it, and also exchanged the rubber sac for a latex one. Those latex sacs are much more stronger and much more resilient than the rubber one, which were used in 1999. And right now it's working perfectly, and it should be working perfectly for much more time from here if you take care of this. And another thing that you need to be very careful in this fountain pen is using exotic inks. A sac inside, you need to be very careful not to use anything that can damage it. So stick to Waterman, Iroshizuku inks, Mont Blanc inks. I used the one that was provided with the fountain pen, clearly considering that it can be from 1999 and it shouldn't be that safe to use, but it doesn't have any mold inside, it doesn't have a funny smell or anything, so yeah. It is what it is. I've used it and it looks good. This fountain pen is available on the consignment section on the penventure website. I'm going to leave you the link down below. You can scroll and go there. You can see yourself the special price for this fountain pen. It's a rare one because I haven't seen any of them in real life or for sale. This gold version. I've seen some silver versions online on eBay, but other than this, nothing. So the first time that I seen this fountain pen, I said, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna travel to Italy, I'm gonna do every single thing on the list to make it pretty, to have it with the latest and greatest latex sacs inside for the filling system. The fountain pen that I have right here is in perfect condition, ready to be enjoyed in someone's collection. Thank you for spending this time with me on the penventure YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. If you are still on this video, you are the person that I owe everything to, and I am very grateful to you. If you want to see beautiful things like this, fountain pens, rare ones, limited editions, and all of that on the penventure YouTube channel, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and everything. And if you want to have your next writing instrument from penventure, scroll down below. You'll find the details for our website, our social media accounts, phone number, email, anything and everything that you may need in order to get in contact with us. Also, if you want to support the growth of the penventure YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. You can do that right now. Just click there, turn the notification bell on, and you will be notified whenever we have new content. If you want to continue watching my videos, I'm going to leave you this right here. You can click and enjoy. As always, I'm your host, Amy, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye-bye.